Yeah, mix it with, you're not gonna tip down all the alum. Just a little bit of in the little cup. I mean, very little cup. And then, or that big, I don't have that little,
What's the purpose?
purpose, when you put on the rice paper, this is kind of the, we call it, sheng rice paper. And then when it dry, it's not gonna bleeding into that area. So when you want to paint like you mix that little liquid with alum liquid, and then you kind of splash or use the brush, toothbrush and comb and to brush off on the paper. When it dry, you paint on the top of that. You will find the white dot.
So it's like a resist.
Yeah, they resist the ink.
Like Kay's milk, right?
And I always paint that way. It's like a rainy bamboo. Rainy bamboo, rainy,
Like
That-
water spots, water, beads of water.
Yeah, that's all splatter on the like your flake, your gold flake, but it's round, and also alternate with the size. That's perfect when you splash with that.
Do we have to
And
take
don't
it
get
off?
it too busy and just a little,
So
like
you don't have to
loose.
worry about removing it, or like you do in like watercolor, you have a resist on there, you have to remove it.
No, watercolor is not really that paper is not really, if you don't put water on, it's not kind of smear. That's,
Professor, I do paper marbling with acrylics, and I prep the paper with alum, aluminum sulfate, and that's adheres the
they
acrylic.
resist it, the water, yeah.
I did bring some alum if you want to.
I have it, yeah, she has it, yeah, I have one of those.
If you
Oh,
wanted,
here, the clear water.
if you wanted to do a whole line, say a tree that is to remain white, is it that strong to make it stay white, or just a little bit?
Yeah, they resist it, and of course you have to be careful. You don't want really painting on that, alum, area. You just, what is good is that your rest of the areas is still smear, got that like a, interesting, that rice paper interesting. But only that area is not gonna stop that. All right.
Can we do some?
But you
Yeah,
have to let it,
we'll do that
you
later.
have to let it dry first though, right?
You have to let it dry.
It's a hair dryer.
And water
have to let
down
it
a little
dry.
bit. and-
Yeah.
What kind of alum is that? Is
I
that
It's a
don't know,
food-
just,
food
just
grade.
dry
I don't even know what
like,
the alum is.
herbs
like for
and
pickles?
spices.
But this only help you for one or two pieces of painting. It's not a big trick. Everybody knows that.
Oh,
Now
that's
we-
great.
I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody
I
knows
use
that.
milk, I've never heard of using alum.
Milk is good for what? Milk is not really like those. You can still see a little kind of veil of ink.
Yeah.
It's not very bright, but this is totally resist.
Totally.
Yeah.
And concentration wise, not real thick, just a little bit with hot water.
No, just regular water be okay. It's not really warm water be okay.
How much would you use?
I was just a little bit. I was just splattering on the top.
Okay.
I'm
Grandma
not
was
using.
A
I'm sorry
little
that
bit.
I shouldn't tell you using the
Toothbrush?
the toothbrush because that will too kind of fine. Dot there is too much. You need to see on the bamboo or leaves. There's some like a big dot, and that represent the raindrop or something. You know what I'm saying?
So-
It's pretty interesting.
Do
So
need
when you
some
get to
clean
the
water?
landscape, will you do a bamboo on that?
Yeah,
When you-
when they dry,
Yeah,
I start to
So we
work
can
with
see
bamboo,
what you're talking
especially
about.
the thicker bamboo
okay,
stock
okay, great.
and the leaves. With this,
What is the glue for?
that the similar thing that you can play with that is not a smear much. It's not going to be smeared too much. Yeah, and you put them in.
What is that? Glue?
That's glue. Yeah, it's
Oh.
that's a clear glue. and you can play with that. So
It doesn't screw up the brush.
no, you have to clean that. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they don't even have to
It
dry.
just goes right up.
No, you don't. You don't let them dry completely. That, that's how you play with them.
When alum resists more,
Yeah.
Reggie, did you use that dark one in the skip, the painting you did?
For the birches?
No, earlier. I just saw it on your wall. The bird, the flowers, and the stars around it or something in the sky.
In that room. Oh no, that was milk resist.
Okay, it's pretty strong.
And that paper, I don't know what kind it was.
Yeah, a lot of interesting activity there.
There was a lady in New York at the China Center who mixed a little glue in her paint, and she said it gave a dreamy quality to her work. When she was demoing, she mixed it right in, like in this glue. And she put in the glue, and she said it just gave it the soft, dreamy.
did you see it? Did it?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Same type
Subtle.
of glue?
Subtle. I don't know if she used that kind of glue. I can't remember what kind, it was years ago.
Is that the same thing as using peach sap?
Peach
Yeah.
what?
Peach sap.
That's a good question.
I've read about that. With ink though, I mean, not necessarily with color. Although it
I
might
guess
work the
it's all
same
about
way.
experimenting, right? Go home and get your
Spice back out.
Peach sap.
So Reggie, did you say you got that alum in the spices area?
Yeah, McCormick.
Really?
I use that in pickling too. It keeps your pickles
Oh.
more crispy.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a pickling, it is a pickling spice. I've never used it for that, I've only used it for the acrylic marbling.
So that works better than milk then?
Yeah, this.
I'm gonna try it, I don't know. For sure the alum needs it does.
Will that make the paper more fragile by putting those chemicals on it? The glue and the alum and
So that probably give you some idea, to work with the glue.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how.
I use milk a lot, but it doesn't.
It's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't, because it's, it's natural. Not really, it's not really chemicals. I mean, everything is chemicals, basically.
So, but it's better to use a different plate because that. Don't let them dry. The dry is very hard to, imagine that. Especially with a little water, and then it will dry on the top of that. You have to use a razor blade to really squeeze it. It's very hard. It's not that easy. I mean, I have to use like a chisel things to, that.
Do you want me to
That's
go
what
wash that for you real quick? Finish with it?
Yeah, I'll use it a little bit.
Okay.
But my plate is kind of a little, not very glossy. You know what I'm saying? It's not very kind of. So that's why.
Gosh, I don't think I'd use the same brush either, like the,
Oh, I love these dark tones.
Mhm.
It's kind of my world too.
The blue and black together, and plus this touches of purple here.
I have something like with the lily pads yesterday that he was doing for the little.
But the cursor is still, right
I'm
there.
so gonna do that.
No, did he use any? He did?
Glue.
Oh, he used glue.
These are places I've never been to.
I need some areas pretty solid. Some area, this is when I use a size, and then that's a lost. Found, and a lost.
Can you explain that?
I need to kind of restrict, define the edge of the paddle. I think this is good. So I'm gonna do
Oh, that's so much more interesting with the raggedy edges and stuff. And
Yeah.
Blue and brownish black, just beautiful.
If you don't want smear, and then put a little dark color.
Against the ink.
Blend it with the ink, and so it's not going to. It's not going to smear a lot. Not much of color, so this is how you use glue. See that they control that pretty well. Every stroke will leave some, so you have to handle that.
How many drops of glue did you use? Like
couldn't see.
There's a no